you stop and take a little time out with me? Just take 5.
Guys, we got to go to the East here. Oh, Big Miles is joining us again.
Yeah, I can come back.
All right. Well, we're on to the Eastern
the
Conference
East.
Here.
Wonderful.
Yes, sir. Shockers in the East. What has been the most shocking series here? I can pull up this, the series if y'all need it. But what has been the most shocking series to y'all?
Dude, the Celtics shouldn't have lost the game. So
I'm not shocked at anything. I'm not gonna lie. Like I thought the Celtics and Heat was gonna go 6, even with Jimmy Butler out, just because like Coach Spoelstra's gonna get you one, and the Heat just have dogs. Like they're just competitors. Like, and the way that the Celtics approach the game of basketball, like I don't understand it sometimes. Like, and I don't think they're gonna get you 4 games in a row unless they're just on a complete heater. Like they're gonna have to play very well to win 4 games in a row versus anyone because they shoot the ball so much. Like I don't know.
I already know what Mo's gonna say. Just say it. Just say
Do
it.
you?
Just say it.
Do you really?
I do. Yes, I do. Because you said it to me. You said it to me after they lost.
That's interesting. Because I was gonna take it to the Knicks and Sixers, Joey. I was gonna take it to the Knicks and Sixers, actually. Yeah, no. Who are you thinking? I was gonna say that Pacers.
No, I was gonna. I thought you were gonna say never trust Joe Mazzulla like you always do.
But you see, that's not a shock to me, though, Joe. You know what I'm saying? That's not a shocker that like Julian said that Joe Mazzulla's just gonna get out coached on the floor and they get a game. I don't know.
If I had to nitpick the Miami Celtics series, like just getting that game off, other than that, I don't really see much surprises here. I'm with Drew on that one.
Okay. See, I'm taking it to the Knicks and Sixers series. Gentlemen, we had 2 games in New York, Madison Square Garden, where Jalen Brunson was horrid.
Yeah, he was bad.
It was not good. I'm talking bad shot selection. Shots didn't fall. He was turning the ball over. He looked completely shell-shocked, and they still managed to find ways to win the game. We can talk about the refs in game 2, whatever, but they still found ways to win the game. So that was personally shocking to me. I thought if Jalen Brunson's not going to be top 5 MVP caliber, then they're definitely going home. But if he, the Knicks role players, they have stepped up greatly. Josh Hart has been a completely different player in this series. We talk about DiVincenzo, right? I think Mitchell Robinson got hurt again, unfortunately, but he's been a good force against Embiid. Hartenstein, he's making his flip floaters in the lane. I mean, I was personally pretty shocked about those 2 games. Go to Wells Fargo. They had a good chance. It was a good game, but Embiid though, it's a tough guard when he's right. But that's my shocker. Miles, you got any shockers from the East?
I mean, I think it's like for me, it's the Celtics losing, but that's where Julian had touched on. But every other series, like I think it's just unfortunate with the Bucks right now. Like you don't have Giannis playing, so and then Dame ended up finishing the game the other day, right?
He did. He didn't really miss any time. Like he left and then he came. I mean, that's true. He missed like 2 minutes of the game. Come on, Morgan. Come on, bro.
He 2 minutes of the game. I was watching the game. 2 minutes of the game.
I wasn't able to see
2 minutes of the game.
Okay, 3?
Like 5. We were like 5 minutes in the second quarter.
5 basketball minutes.
5 basketball minutes. He went to the locker room and had to get checked out.
He went to the locker room and came right back out.
He didn't come right back out, bro. But okay.
Anyways, I don't think that didn't have a significant impact on the game.
Yeah.
I don't think that. Like they came back after he. What?
Because you're texting my phone like, hey, Dave definitely was not right down the stretch. No. Like you emphasized the message. He wasn't right.
I said he wasn't looking for the ball. I agree.
Because he was hurt.
I guess, yeah. He was hurt. He
moved better in the second half, but after the game, Doc Rivers came out and told us that it's something wrong with the Achilles.
it's hard to say that, like, because we watched Damian Lillard played better after he got hurt, right? He played much better after he got hurt. Like
He
that
started heating up, but I
the
mean,
second quarter, the
all
end of
I'm
the
saying,
second quarter, and the third quarter, that was like the best moments that we got from Dame, and the beginning of the fourth, and then we get to the end of the game, and like now Damian Lillard stands in the corner. Okay, like I guess the injury caught up with him. I don't know, but like I don't think
adrenaline. Third and fourth were his best quarters. He
Yeah,
started
and then-
1 for 4 when he went out.
yes.
You can
And then he
turn that
turned up.
around. That's not crazy. Like
I
you
understand
can
that. I'm
definitely
saying,
turn that around.
but he turns up after he got hurt, and then yes, and the last. I agree. I was confused too while watching it. I was wondering, like, why are they not giving the ball to Damian Lillard on the last? I think it was the last 3 possessions of the game. He didn't touch the ball. I was shocked too because he looked fine. Like
I know you're not familiar with his body, but turned up is crazy. He made a few shots, but he mostly baited his way to the free throw line. He went to the free. He had like 12 free throws made in the game. Like that's why he ended up with 28. That was not a good game for him. Like we're not gonna sit here, and say anything like that.
He had like 25 points in basically the last half of the game.
Free throw line, dude.
Okay,
he was at the line.
That counts as you scoring. That's scoring the basketball. Like
I mean, for sure. But I mean, again, when you don't have the lift on your jumpers, you just have to find a way. Kudos to him for toughing it out because I'm knowing you wouldn't be playing in however many minutes in Indiana with your legs. So it's just like, again, when you had that Achilles, like that's where we separate dogs from puppies. That's all.
I want to add something to this Milwaukee Pacers series. I want to talk about Brook Lopez and the Bucks defensive scheme. You can't be playing a drop coverage against a high-powered offense like the Pacers. You just can't. Especially when you're missing Giannis. You just can't.
Bro, if Brook Lopez could not make the occasional 3, he might be unplayable. That's a stretch. He's pretty good at protecting the rim, what have you. But they had him, trying to check Siakam the first 2 games. Nasty.
That's a mismatch.
Big bucket. That's nasty.
Siakam's crafty. Crafty.
But then when you also have a Miles Turner that could stretch the floor, make step back 3s as well, that's also a mismatch. He hasn't been able to check Miles Turner either. So it's tough. But they don't have many people they could turn to. Like they really don't at this point. If Giannis was in there on the defensive end, it's all right. I'm sure they'd be more versatile playing Portis and Giannis down there, but they don't have that. So it's tough. It's definitely tough.
Is there any hope that Giannis can come back this series? Or is he?
Well, I think so, right? They said
I think he was in shoot around the other day.
Yeah, he was game time. Wasn't he game time in the last game?
No, it wasn't. But he hasn't done any contact or anything like that. And that, to my understanding, there's no real table. But I don't know how long this series lasts. If Dame's gonna have Achilles injuries, Middleton looked good on the sprained ankle. So I mean he must be all right. But like
they're gonna get bounced out. I'm not gonna lie. Like I predicted. I don't think they have much of a chance in Indiana. I think they're going to go down 3-1, and they're probably going to get gentlemen's slip. So
Joey, they wanted a game winner in overtime at the end of the day.
Okay,
a game winner in overtime. They don't have a chance. Like they came back down like 15, 17.
You didn't get that one. Like I said during the game, if the Bucks don't get this game, they're going to lose the next game. Like that was the game they needed to get on the road.
Yeah. And if Damian Lillard didn't turn his ankle, then they would have won that game. But anywho, we'll touch on this last game here. We got the Magic and the Cavaliers. I don't know what happened to the Cavaliers that last game. I mean, they got absolutely obliterated in Orlando. I know the Magic are a different team at home. I know the Cavaliers, their role guys, especially, even though nobody really played well, but their role guys especially may struggle on the road. You can't get blown out like that by this team. Like that's definitely embarrassing. I'm expecting a different Cavalier team when they face up again. But shout out to Paolo and that crew. They they stood on business, showed some life, and it's a series now. I mean, hey, what can you say?
The Magic definitely deserved their flowers, especially after this season. They were definitely the surprise of this season, in my opinion.
Yep. They're definitely a surprise. Great coaching. I think they have a rising all-star in Paolo Banchero. He's got a lot to learn still, in my opinion. Very, very young man. Like, so the sky's the limit for him. They're gonna have to put some shooting on that.
Yeah, he was
What
already
now?
an all-star this year. Yeah.
Yeah, he was, but they hand those out like hotcakes. You know, everybody's a star in this league, so I don't know. I don't know if he had an all-star season, in my opinion. That's just me, though. That's just me. That's my opinion. That's it.
Don't hate. Like,
I'm not hating. He's going to be one of those guys. Like, one of those guys. But he wasn't that. He wasn't one of those this year. I mean, what's his name? Franz Wagner averaged the same amount of points. Like, what are we doing right now? Like, what are we saying? But with all that being said, I think they need to put some shooting on this team in the offseason, some actual bona fide shooters. Jalen Suggs, he's an improved shooter. Cole Anthony, you know, can score the ball, but he's not great, in my opinion. You know, get some shooters on that.
Jalen Suggs should be all defense this year, no question.
He might be. He's been very great defensively.
Jonathan Isaac has looked really good too this season. When he's been available.
Yeah,
Jonathan Isaac has also looked really good.
He has. But a lot of wrinkles they can iron out. You know, and I'm looking forward to how they move forward. What's the next steps after this? Because it's been a success, but you can't get complacent, right? So you got to see, you know, what that team's lacking and what they're in need of.